action.
Okay, welcome to the From Woman 9 exhibition at Lakeland Community College. 34 artists from Northeast and Central Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana are showing 148 artworks. We're going to take you through the exhibition slowly and hope you enjoy the trip. Okay, we are walking into the gallery at Lakeland Community College. This gallery is one of the largest galleries in Lake County, Ohio. We have 3,500 square feet of wall space. We just wanted to give you a sense of the scale of the show. And again, this is the From Woman show that I curated. I'm Mary Urbas, the gallery director, the exhibition curator, and I install the show. I was able to invite 34 artists from throughout Northeast Ohio, Central Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. I also organized a gallery directory tour brochure of 54 venues that are showing women's art through the month of March, because the month of March is Women's History Month. We're going to show you a poster with a QR code, and if you use your smartphone and do the QR code, you can look at all the different galleries that are participating in the month of March, or you can always visit www.lakelandcc.edu/gallery for the list of participating galleries and studios. Okay, these are acrylic on canvas paintings by Jen Crisson. Jen is from Sharon, Pennsylvania. This is an encaustic piece by Sandy Schellenberger. She lives in Conneaut, Ohio. This assemblage piece, which is mixed media found objects, is by Gwen Waite, and the center is filled with flotsam from Lake Erie. This is a 25-panel ceramic piece by Teresa Yondo. The pieces are kind of embossed with textures. This is porcelain, and she calls this series 25 Windows. This is another piece by Gwen Waite called Blue Hawaii. And for those of you who know me, you know that Hawaii has a very special place in my heart. And of course, when I saw it and saw the title, how can I not include it? These next few pieces are done by Susan Krause. These are collage and mixed media pieces. This 3-panel triptych is called Aerial Ocean, and it's mixed media. It's got pieces of text from books. And Susan is known for doing these incredible, interesting collages with some interesting surfaces. This wonderful drawing is done by Jen Marie Zalesnik. Jen actually is one of our instructors here at Lakeland Community College, and this is one of her kind of signature looks where she's doing the animal with the star mapping behind her. The piece, she's one of my favorite artists here in the show. Here's another piece by Sandy Schellenberger. It is a quilted piece that's been hand painted and block printed, and a bunch of surface design techniques that are incorporated into the composition. Next, these are 4 pieces by Melissa Harris. These are fluid acrylic on paper. Okay, this wall has 2 different artists. On the flanking sides are etchings and Shin-Kolei prints by Helen Lardner. And then in the center is a collage piece by Gail Crum, and an assemblage piece also by Gail Crum, and we love to see red dots. Red dots meaning that someone has purchased the piece and is taking it home to be part of their collection. The next two pieces are by Carrie Gortz. These are acrylic on paper. Carrie has a studio at West 78th Street Studios here in Cleveland. This owl piece is another piece by Betty Skufca. She is our poster girl. Betty is 87 years old and she paints every day, and she is quite an inspiration. Okay, this is another piece by Carrie Gortz. This is mixed media piece with spiders and cacti. Here are two pieces of Beth Nash. These are also fluid acrylic mixed media on wood, and they flank a textile wall piece by Lynn Forbes. And as you see, Beth's piece Bird Dance has a red dot on it. We appreciate the people that are supporting the gallery and supporting the artists. These two landscapes, oil on canvas, are done by Karen Petkovic. This is the mixed media piece by Samantha Myers. She goes as Forlorn Dolls. It's called Sparrow and Her Golden Finch. And inside and underneath the dress is a little bird in a bird cage. Cool. Here's another Carrie Gortz piece. And next are three glass mosaic pieces by Lisa Rushman. Here's a trio of three prints by Helen Lardner. Okay, this fun mixed media soft sculpture piece was created by Benita Cullinan. Benita actually was my first textile instructor at the Cleveland Institute of Art. We've been friends since 1977, and she also used to be the head of the plush division at American Greetings here in Cleveland. This mixed media textile piece is done by Lynn Forbes. And this piece, which I'm going to straighten up because it makes me crazy when things are crooked, this is done by Gail Crum. And this is a hand-colored molded paper piece that she painted and added some pieces to, kind of as a collage. This is an acrylic on paper piece by Kathy Rogers. Okay, now, in the display case, the top row, starting from the left, is a mixed media altered book by Gail Crum. The necklace and earrings are done by Teresa Loomis. The owl was created by Betty Skufca. And this third piece is also another piece by Gail Crum. And then this next two shelves are pieces by Samantha Myers, Forlorn Dolls. She creates the figures, she hand stitches all the dresses, and her husband now has started creating the actual furniture for her pieces. Here's a few more pieces by Betty Skufca. Again, Betty paints in her studio every day, and she has created her own version of pointillism. Her surfaces are created by thousands and thousands of little dots of color. The next four pieces are done by Laurel Herbold. Laurel also has a studio at West 78th Street in Cleveland, and they always have an event on Third Friday. Third Friday this month is I think the 19th, 18th of March. Here's another portrait by Kathy Rogers. This next piece is a porcelain and cellulose clay piece by Leslie Edwards Humez. Leslie also is part of a group called Gallery Plus, which has a studio over at West 78th Street. The next few paintings are by Evie Zimmer. These are abstracts. They're oil on canvas. Evie also teaches, I think she teaches painting or drawing at Tri-C East here in Cleveland. And the last piece in this room is also done by Betty Skufca, called The Chick from Nighttown. Nighttown is a music club here in Cleveland that plays jazz and has artists from all over the country that play. Okay, this is Lorelei Scazenta. This is a mixed media piece on wood. Next to her is another piece by Teresa Yondo where she used texturized porcelain to create these organic shapes. Here's our postcard girl. This is Betty Skufca's work. Next to her are two pieces, two portraits by Stanka Kordic. Stanka Kordic is probably one of the premier portrait painters in Cleveland, Ohio. She's a Cleveland Institute of Art graduate and also someone who I worked with a long time ago. That's all right. Sorry for all the circling. Okay, here's two more pieces by Gwen Waite, which are found art assemblage. And then this little installation is by Ana Luisa Sanchez, and it's called Mi Flaco. And it's kind of crazy because she made all the pieces. The hands are made out of twist ties. He's got crazy glasses, kind of steampunk glasses that she created. It's a fun installation. These two paintings were painted by Judy Takis. And these are two paintings of four, which will show two more, where she actually painted portraits of Cleveland artists. The painting on the left is of artist Lee Heinen. The painting on the right is Diane Fleisch Hughes. These next two paintings, the first one is of Kim Matee, who's a jeweler who works out of Chagrin Falls. The one with the purple is Kathleen McKenna, and Kathleen actually used to teach here at Lakeland, and she's another figurative painter. Here are some more mixed media pieces by Nancy Cintron. Nancy has a gallery in Lakewood on Cleveland's west side that's called Good Goat Gallery. She's a big fan of Vincent Price, and here's one of her pieces, Vincent Price from The Mask of the Red Death. Okay, next portrait is created by Tricia Common. This is actually her mom, Phyllis. And these next five pieces are woven tapestries by Deborah Silver. And then the painting on the right here is also another painting by Tricia Common. She's also, like I said, a very well-known portrait painter in Cleveland. Okay, this is one of Susan Shy's story quilts, journal quilts. It's filled with all kinds of journal entries, and she has an artist statement that tells you about what she's thinking about when she's writing this. This is part of her Kitchen Tarot series, and it's to celebrate International Women's Day. Okay. These next three pieces are by Barbara Bachtel. She's also a Cleveland Institute of Art graduate. Two of them, well, they're all mixed media, and with collage. Now this is a mixed media mobile chime piece by Patricia Swearingen-Hecker. She and her husband work out of Indiana. Her husband John does all the woodworking, and Patricia does the embossing of the designs and the color, and it's really nice because when you kind of hit the bottom, it makes a nice little sound. kind of like Tibetan bells. These next three collages are three more pieces by Karen Petkovic. This is an installation of pieces by Claire Murray Adams. These are silk organza dresses that have mixed media in them. Some of them have zippers. It's from her series called In Her Closet. Here's another Evie Zimmer abstract painting. Okay, this is by Sandy Schellenberger. This is another mixed media quilt. The next four drawings are charcoal and paper done by an artist who is very well known in Cleveland named Marilyn Zalay. Unfortunately, Marilyn passed away a few years ago, but her sister has been gracious enough to give me pieces the last few years for my woman show. Marilyn was an incredible draftswoman. Was an incredible artist, and she's dearly missed by the community. But her art lives on, and I'm just so grateful that we can show her work. This next drawing is done by Kathy Rogers of artist Judy Takis. Judy Takis did the portraits in the show, and this was actually a study that Kathy did of Judy for a painting that she had done. Okay, the next five pieces were created by my gallery assistant extraordinaire, my installation helper named Jamie Zentz. She does these absolutely beautiful portraits. And if you kind of look in the background, she works on wood, on birchwood, and she's able to draw out these incredible shapes and these incredible, like, conceptual images from the background pieces. And this piece, Straight Ahead Phoenix, oh my gosh, the stare, it's just like, I feel like she's just looking through me, and that's just such a beautiful piece. I'd like to work even if she wasn't my friend and she wasn't my gallery assistant. I'm just so pleased to have her work in the show. And this is another piece of hers also. Hi, it's Mary again. I have a quick editorial change here. I'm not perfect, and I do apologize to Samantha Myers. The dolls that you are looking at right now are done by Forlorn Dolls, Samantha Myers. I mistakenly identified her earlier in the video. I do apologize. The problem was that she shows work at Nancy Cintron's Good Goat Gallery, and that was what was in my head at the time. So what you're seeing now are mixed media dolls created by Samantha Myers, who goes by the name of Forlorn Dolls. Thanks, and enjoy the show.